We associate most youth movements, punks, hippies, even back to the beatniks, with trying to change society or at least shock it. But there is one youth movement whose only purpose is to have fun. And besides that, it's the longest running movement of any kind. I'm talking, of course, about the Mods. They were a phenomenon of the 60s. British working-class youth determined to disguise their lower social status. They spent most of their money dressing up their dressers, which is what they called their special scooters. They called themselves Mods. Mods were hip. Mods were neat, tuned in to the soul beat and the rock and roll heat of the 60s. Even today, in the 80s. The mod movement is alive and well and living in a time warp in San Francisco. Mods still dress neat, still ride scooters, and still dig that old-time rock and roll. But today's mod scene is more than just a sock hop on wheels. Many mods today are ex-punkers looking for an upbeat way to vent the frustrated energy of youth.
It's just a feeling. It's something that has to be inside of you. You know, it's like everybody's blood is red, but everybody can't be a mod, you know? It has to be with your heart.
I think you have to be really into it and just feel it. You can't just put on a parka and drive around on the weekends and then go back to your high school and listen to Van Halen and, you know, wear preppy clothes. It's kind of missing the point if you do that.
The Mods movement is more than 20 years old, but some of the vehicles they ride are more than twice that old. In fact, they haven't imported the most popular scooter since about 1970. Parts are kind of scarce. That means if you're a mod in this area and on wheels, sooner or later, you're going to end up in this hole-in-the-wall shop called the Bat Cave. Deep inside is the dim, dusty domain of the Batman, also known as Walter Radke.
Yeah, Brooke, could you give me a 10mm open end? I'll go ahead and pull the choke off this thing.
Here, Walter carries on his never-ending fight for truth, justice, and a rust-free carburetor. The Batcave is more than just a repair shop. It's a hangout for a generation, a mod clubhouse. And Walter is more than just a mechanic.
The relationship I share with these kids, it's kind of hard to define. I'm probably a father figure. I'm also part social scientist and part safety net. And this is one place where we're able to sit down and really talk things over. Don't give him mythological status when he hasn't done anything to deserve it.
He's like a coach, if not a father, a coach. And we're his players, and we've been winning a lot recently.
Holy kickstart, Batman. It's time to ride again. The heartbeat of the mod scene is the rink-a-tink ring of a vintage Vespa. You see, mods are not so much interested in making a social statement as in looking good and having a good time with their friends.
A scooter is fantastic. It's great. I've ridden on motorcycles, and it's just not the same thing, you know? That's like really base. Riding on a scooter, you get to sit up straight and look around, and people look back at you. And motorcycles are equated with violence and noise and getting into trouble. And scooters are equated with music and fun and looks, which, I don't know, what would you go for?
Tonight, the destination is the Club Moda. The event, a mod fashion show. It's not easy dressing mod. You can't just pick up a houndstooth check miniskirt at Macy's. No, the Salvation Army is this army's salvation. And one of their camp followers is club manager Ira Sandler.
What they're doing is representing themselves. They're being mod on stage, and yet they've seen a lot of films, and they've seen a lot of books, and they know what mod is about. And they live what's mod, and the show itself is just a reenactment of a daily ritual.
I'm doing it for myself. I'm not trying to be different. It's just I don't really like to be normal. It's just like it's too boring for me. So therefore I wear the clothes I do wear and hang out with the friends I hang out with.
I could see myself doing this for a while, although when I'm 50 years old, I'll look pretty stupid in a mini skirt with big flowers on it and stuff.
At a time in life when it's important to belong, yet important to make an individual statement, the mod movement offers the best of both worlds. Just like those Vespas that seem to have 9 lives. Some things never change. There are a number of publications devoted entirely to the mod scene, both in England and here in the U.S., but one of the best is published right in San Francisco. It's called Wham! If you'd like to know where to pick up a copy, give us a buzz on the Evening Magazine hotline.
And our number is 478-3555.